Thank you very much for joining me here today to talk about an issue that I think is so important to us and to everyone in the entire region, and that's investing in our infrastructure. As all of you know, in the early 19th century, the Erie Canal was one of the most vital transportation systems in the state of New York. That's why we're here today at the Canal Museum. And it was one of the first great infrastructure projects, perhaps the greatest infrastructure project that this nation embarked in, at least until the Transcontinental Railroad. Today, unfortunately, crumbling roads and bridges, decaying water systems, lack of access to high-speed internet in some areas, and the need for more efficient transportation options into and out of central New York are some of the most pressing challenges that we face as a region. Over the past months, I have hosted roundtables and forums with many people from across the region. Some of them are here today. Thank you very much for attending. And based on those conversations and feedback from the infrastructure survey I sent to Central New Yorkers, as well as letters and emails that people have written in, we have a plan that outlines the steps that we must take together to ensure we have the resources and delivery systems in place to meet the needs of local families and businesses. Now, make no mistake about it, the more we invest in solving these infrastructure problems, the more jobs we will create, period. In central New York, businesses will hire new workers and create more jobs only if the infrastructure and transportation options that we need are available. Now, investing in modern freight transportation, including rail, trucking, the Port of Oswego, and Hancock Airport, could be a new economic boon in the 21st century, just as the Erie Canal was in the 19th. Once the Panama Canal widens, Panama Canal, far away, but think about this. Once the Panama Canal widens, more and more goods will be coming in to the East Coast ports. They will need to move to the center of our country. There's still no more efficient route than the same route that the Erie Canal took. It's a simple matter of geography. There's mountains, except where the Erie Canal goes is the flattest way through those mountains. And the Great Lakes are also in that corridor. So we should be ready to take advantage of this now by building a new intermodal Erie Canal that would transform central New York into a hub for global commerce. That's why I have advocated for the improvements to the Central New York Inland Port Trade Corridor, which provides promising economic benefits for agriculture, for energy, and for manufacturing industries that want to open up and expand their markets through exports. We must also bring more high-speed and reliable passenger rail to central New York. A cost-effective 21st century high-speed rail network would make our community more attractive for development by reducing business travel costs and to other regions, and by creating competition for air service. Investing in infrastructure not only improves the public goods that we use every day, but economic data supports that this investment creates jobs and generates significant economic activity that benefits our community as a whole. That's why I strongly support the creation of a National Infrastructure Development Bank, a bipartisan proposal that would fund critical infrastructure projects in central New York and across the country. And to protect investment in infrastructure and ensure that federal taxpayers' dollars are being spent wisely and efficiently, I propose creating a contractor penalty box for companies that have a track record of running over budget and past deadlines. Now, these are just some of the things I outlined in my infrastructure plan, which we're releasing today. We cannot expect to have a 21st century economy with a 20th and in some cases 19th century infrastructure. These investments have broad bipartisan support because they pay for themselves and more over the long run. If we want our region to prosper for years to come, we must have modern transportation systems, but we also must have water, we must have power grids that are smart, we must have information systems that don't leave anybody in central New York out. If we do these things, central New York will continue to be truly the best place to live, to work, to raise a family, to educate, and to hire people. And that's what we want.